It's a Thursday. We throw it back every Thursday. Old school when 50 hits. And there was this viral YouTube clip about old school jingles. And we figured we'd go over some of our favorite ones and make our own list. Before we go to the phones at 877-99 on Fox, 877-99 on Fox, I want to give you the top 3 according to this list, all right? Okay. So if I'm taking your answer away, I'm sorry, but I don't think I am. Coming in at number 3.
Number 3.
In my best Spider Harrison from Sirius XM.
Spider Harrison.
Alka-Seltzer, plop, plop, fizz, fizz, number 3. Oh, actually, that was number 2.
You're a terrible countdown guy.
Coming in at number 3, Huggies. Mommy, wow, I'm a big kid now.
Mommy, wow.
That is a good
big
one.
kid now.
Coming in number 2, you already heard it, Alka-Seltzer.
Fizz, fizz.
Plop, plop, fizz, fizz. And Cheatin' Blanchandra. Cheatin' Blanchandra also pointed out that Jimmy Connors was a part of that. Tennis great Jimmy Connors sang that, memorable for a particular generation. And the number 1, according...
Here's a jingle for number 1.
Yeah. Number 1. Coming in at number 1, top 10 jingles of all time, Spider Harrison with a why I don't know, is Band-Aid. I'm stuck on Band-Aid, and Band-Aid's stuck on me. But guess what?
There's a fun fact, right?
There's a fun fact. And I'm about to drop a bomb on you. Fun Fact Thursday. We should save this for Friday one day.
Yeah. I know it's coming.
There's a very famous artist that your mom grew up loving. She probably saw him perform at the Copacabana.
What do you mean my mom?
Spot loves him too.
He said my mom likes. I'm like, Neil Diamond?
Do you know Barry Manilow wrote a lot of those famous jingles? He wrote the Band-Aid one, and he wrote one that I'm about to give away.
And he would tweak his voice to sing some of them.
Danny G, you brought it up in our pre-show meeting. He brought up he wrote Like a Good Neighbor, State Farm is There.
Crazy.
Barry Manilow.
Though the best version
What
is...
a side hustle.
The best version is Peyton Manning and Brad Paisley. That is the best version of that one.
Like a Good Neighbor, State Farm is There. So that might be your number 1 because it's so famous and think of how long it's been around now. There's a lot of jingles that Barry Manilow wrote that people forgot about or we moved past. That one still remains.
I read that he has like 10 major ones that he still earns money off.
You know what it's like, Danny G? Barry Manilow dominated the jingle game the same way the late, great Alan Thicke dominated the TV theme game. A lot of people don't realize Alan Thicke did Facts of Life.
He sang a lot of those, too.
Yeah, you're right.
Different Strokes. You could actually hear, if you pay attention, I'm being serious, you'll hear Alan Thicke's voice. You're like, oh, my God, that is Alan Thicke.
So when you listen to, well, the world don't move to the beat of just one drum. That's Alan Thicke, dude. So anyway.
From Growing Pains.
Right.
Yeah.
Let's go to the phones. Let's chop it up. The most memorable jingles, old school and 50 hits.
Can I give you one more before the phones?
Sure.
I was saying, do you got the Mentos jingle on standby? I feel like Mentos...
One of my favorites.
Mentos, to me, was more popular in jingle form than actual eating Mentos.
I don't even know what Mentos is, but here it is.
It's the Fresh Maker.
Come on.
Mentos.
I'm picturing that guy on the bench, and he sits on the bench with his jacket.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what comes, fresh goes better in life. With Mentos fresh and full of life. Nothing gets to you, staying fresh, staying cool. With Mentos fresh and full of life. Fresh goes better, Mentos freshest. Fresh goes better with Mentos fresh and full of life.
Bomboni Mentos, anapati tu.
You know what?
It's supposed to be Mentos, the Fresh Maker.
You know,
that's
Mentos. I think
the Fresh Maker.
Dave Grohl and the Foo Fighters reenacting it.
Thanks, Fresh.
Let's go to the phones, 877-99 on Fox, the ones that stood out to you.
Ay, Dios mío. Oh, hey, Mentos. Ay, Dios. You got to start with a guy named Trip in Vegas. What's up, Trip?
Trip McNeely.
Good afternoon, gentlemen. Thank you for taking my call.
No problem. What comes to mind?
I got a couple. First one would be My Baloney has a first name. It's Oscar.
Yeah.
Oscar Mayer,
Yeah, legendary.
Classic.
Like, just transcends generations for sure.
No
Classic.
doubt, Trip. Any others?
You know, the only reason I know how to spell baloney is thanks to that song.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, you got one more trip?
Yeah, I do. I got one more. Well, I got several, but I don't want to. This one. How about I'm a pepper, you're a pepper. Wouldn't you like to be a pepper too?
Yeah.
That's a good one.
That is. No, yeah, for sure. I was just thinking now the Dr. Pepper commercial is sweet. And a lot of people don't know that's Justin Guarini from American Idol. Remember that kid with the afro?
The kid,
Yeah.
the kid that lost season
He's
one.
Little Sweet.
The sweet one.
The sweet one.
That's Justin Guarini from American Idol. Fun facts.
This is really a fun fact type of show.
I know.
Steve in Boise, where the potatoes are strong.
I'll be there this weekend. What up, buddy?
Covino will buy you a Dutch Brothers. What's up, Steve?
No, I just gave you my info on the to buy you a drink. How about I am the Frito Bandito.
Dude, my dad sang that to me my whole life growing up. Yo, for sure.
One.
Yeah,
Is
that's
that like
a good
a
one.
310? It's based on like a 310er song. Like, or it sounds like it's
Oh no,
beyond
it's
that Frito commercial.
Yeah,
What is
Canta
that
no
song?
Yodas. It's American. I mean, Mexican mariachi music,
And
folk
love
music.
that.
Steve, you said you had one more?
Sure. That's kind of a cheesy one. A is for Apple. J is for Jacks. Cinnamon Toasty Apple Jacks.
Yeah.
Dude, not only an
Oh,
old
you
jingle,
just said
but like
you go cereals? That's a whole category. Cinnamon,
Yeah.
Toast Crunch.
cinnamon and sugar. We're baking up a bunch. We got the whole grain taste of cinnamon.
Toast
Yeah, I
Crunch.
mean, you got to think how obsessed we were. We were like hypnotized by these things. And by the way, when's the last time you had Apple Jacks? Do they even make those
Yeah,
anymore?
they do. My wife likes Apple
Really?
Jacks, oddly enough.
My goodness.
Let me hit you up with one more that's more current. But Larry David couldn't get this out of his head on the recent season of Curb Your Enthusiasm. The whole J.G. Wentworth. Yo, that'll get stuck in your head.
I have a structured settlement and I need
cash now.
Call J.G. Wentworth. 877 cash now.
I saw a funny meme that said, you can stop it, Sam. I saw
I don't
funny.
think Sam wants to stop it.
Sam could do an 8-hour show. He
He
said,
loves
on
these.
Jingles.
I have thoughts on JG Wentworth, but go ahead.
I saw he has thoughts on them.
Controversial.
He's like, I like how the tenor. I saw a funny meme. It said, if I got arrested, I don't know anyone's phone number anymore because of, you keep. He goes, the only person I'd be able to call is J.G. Wentworth. And I'm like, you know what? Facts.
Actually, I can think of 2 other people I could call aside from J.G. Wentworth.
Oh,
Should I shout them out?
please do.
I don't want to take anyone's answer away, but how about 877 Cars for Kids? And how about 800-588-2300 Empire today? In fact, I think some old dude who was part of the original song reenacted it with like his grandkids recently, and it went viral. And you could recognize the voice because he sang it.
Yeah, the funniest part of this conversation is that it's just proving that Jingles, theme songs, all these things are so working.
Yeah,
They're impactful. Like,
for sure.
You know,
but some of them you like.
But I'm saying,
you know?
if you take it to sports for a second, if you're telling me the 90s NBA on NBC theme or the Monday Night Football song or that Sunday Night Football, dun, 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 like those songs and themes are so memorable.
So memorable. And
Yeah. Even with the NFL draft coming up next week, that little tone is famous for each pick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man.
Tommy Seggy hit us up at Covino and Rich, and we'll wrap it up with your phone calls. Everybody hang tight.
Fun
Tommy,
fact, by the way, that you know that Steve Covino on the snare drum there? I was saying, play that
yeah,
again.
a lot of people don't know that. It's Rich on the trumpet.
Right here.
Tommy Seggy hit us up at Covino and Rich. Everything's at Covino and Rich at Fox Sports Radio. He says, come on, guys. You know, it's Fox Sports, like Mike, the Gatorade commercial. has to
Sometimes
be up
I
there.
dream.
Yeah, I mean, as a kid,
That he is me.
that was huge. That's part of Michael Jordan's legacy, in my opinion. Like, that really, I think, solidified it for kids because like, you realized, yeah, every kid did want to be like Michael Jordan. That was awesome. So, sorry
You're
if
absolutely
took away
right.
your answers, but
Honestly,
as a kid,
we got it. If we don't have in the system, Bursch, you got to pull the Be Like Mike because
It brainwashed
honestly,
us.
it ties everything from sports and Jingles together because when we were kids, that made you want to drink Gatorade.
it did.
Him doing,
I'm picturing the black and white one, and the Gatorade was
Yeah.
in color, right? Is that what you picture? I don't know. There was
No,
several of them.
I
no?
You guys
picture-
are crossing over into theme songs now.
That's a commercial.
Yeah.
That's a
Just
jingle.
a
Jingle.
Yeah.
maybe
I don't know.
Jingle theme.
Yeah.
Jingle
What
theme.
is it? Does a jingle shorter? Because
That's
yeah,
true.
like the Apple
Yeah.
Jacks is like your
Yeah.
your definition of a jingle.
But like the
Right.
Juicy Fruit one we played, that's like a song sort of.
Yeah, you're
Get
right.
your
yeah.
skis shined up, grab a stick of Juicy Fruit.
I think
Yeah.
it just
You have that on your iTunes, right?
I think of that as the extended jingle.
Rich, when you're playing recreational softball,
Yeah.
and somebody makes a great grab, what do people do? They say, "Dun-dun-dun,
Dun-dun-dun. Yeah.
yeah."
That's I
think of that as a stinger.
That's a
Okay,
stinger.
stinger,
Yeah.
jingle.
Like when you say
stinger.
stinger, I think like you said the NFL draft a week away. Do-do-do, do-do-do, do-do. That's like that's a memorable stinger, as you would say, I guess, right?
I think of
Biz,
that as
in
a
the
stinger.
biz.
In the biz.
In the biz, we call that a stinger, I think.
Yeah, kids. That's
All
called
right.
the stinger.
So we'll wrap it up with your phone calls. Throwback Thursday, old school and 50 hits, 877-99 on Fox, your top jingles of all time. According to that viral video, it was the Band-Aid one, but we disagree. We're going over some better
I
ones.
remember that.
Roger in Tacoma.
Hey, Roger.
Hey, what up, fellas?
What
So
up?
we used to sing jingles and theme songs over and over in our family. So we knew them all. So you might remember McDonald's first came out with 2 all-beef patties, sausage, cheese, pickles, onions.
Do we remember? We had it on
Yeah.
vinyl.
I
Yeah,
had
they
the
gave
record.
away the little record. Yeah. We had it because that was a big prize campaign. If they said you won at the end of that record, you won, like, I forget what the prize was, but I remember I
right.
lost.
Stayed under 3 seconds or something. So then Burger King felt the pressure, and they hold the pickles, hold the lettuce, special orders, don't upset us. All we ask is that you let us have it your way. Have it your way. Have it your way at Burger King.
How hilarious.
Wow,
He knows
haven't
all the
heard
words.
that in years.
You know what I thought he was going to say, though? As a Burger King ad plays on TV, how ironic is that? Look at that.
Yeah.
I thought he was going to say, after the original,
That's probably
to
the
all beef patty
catchiest-
special sauce.
Yeah.
I thought he was going to say, ba-da-ba-ba-ba, because that's the jingle.
Yeah.
Well, the new
And you-
one's kind of catchy too.
And you know who wrote that? Pusha T
No way.
from the Clips.
What?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
By
Fun
the way,
fact.
and by the way, that's how Roger won over his wife.
Dude, he knew
Honey,
it.
listen to this.
It just goes to show you how impactful these things were.
Oh, let me hit you up. Hold on. Ready? You're a big cereal guy.
I was a serial killer back in the 80s.
I got one.
Go ahead. What do you got?
I'm the rapping master, and I'm here to say I love Fruity Pebbles in a major way.
He loves Fruity Pebbles in a major way. That was just a random commercial.
I know,
though.
that was a little
but,
song.
But just a random commercial that we all loved and knew. And I used to house some Cocoa Pebbles.
Did you guys have any regional drops, Rich? I know
Yes.
back in the day you worked for the famous Z100, so famous radio station jingle.
Those Z100. Yeah.
In Southern California, and I think people outside of Cali might know this one, Cal Worthington and his dog Spot. Right. And we didn't know. Me and my older brother as kids had no idea, and other kids sang the same thing. Go see Cal, go see Cal, go see Cal. But we thought it was Pussy Cow, Pussy Cow, Pussy Cow, because he had all these circus animals in all of his commercials.
Dude, I got
Wow.
2 of them. We're from the East Coast, growing up in I grew up in Union, New Jersey, but we all listened to New York radio. And the 2 that stood out to me the most is 101 CBS FM, 101 CBS FM. And then they had this Frankie Valli guy singing
Your favorite oldies.
CBS FM. And then it was WFAN New York. So
Sports Radio 66.
the fan.
WFAN.
You see, these things stay in your heads forever, man.
You know what? Let me give you another. Based very East Coast. I know this regional. I was like Danny G. I didn't realize the love of Earl Shive out here on the West Coast. When we were on the East Coast, there was a place called Mount Airy Lodge. I don't know if it was upstate New York. It was a Pennsylvania.
Poconos.
Poconos? Beautiful
Pennsylvania.
Mount Airy Lodge. All you have to bring is your love of everything.
Beautiful. He's so right about that.
Yeah.
And you know what I thought you were going to say, though? The Lullaby on Broadway.
Oh, the Milford Plaza. Which was a Roach, it was a Roach Motel on 8th Avenue in New York
But
City.
they aired that commercial all the time when we were kids. All right, wrapping it up with your phone calls.
Ron.
Your favorite jingles. Go ahead.
In Alabama. What's up, Ron?
Hey, guys, how are you?
We're good, man. What comes to mind? Old school jingles.
Well, this is a really old school one, probably before your time. But there used to be a camera called the Swinger, and they used to go, "It's almost a camera, it's almost alive, it's only $19.95."
Dude, what year was that around for real? Because it's just amazing that you still
that might
remember.
be late '60s.
But it's
Yeah.
crazy that you
Just
still know.
shows the power of the jingle.
Yeah. Amazing.
It's
Thank
crazy
you.
how you remember that, though. And the guy before me mentioned about McDonald's. I used to work there when that jingle came out, and I still have a T-shirt. I think I saved that has the whole, 2 all beef patties printed on the front of the shirt.
Yeah.
We had to wear it.
Every kid knew that.
1965 is what I'm seeing on YouTube.
Shouldn't the jingle get extra credit if the jingle outlasts the product? The guy's still singing. The product hasn't been around in 30 years, 50 years probably.
Yo, did Bursch pull? Trying to think. Did he pull the old school $5 footlong? But you play that for a second because the other day I was just complaining how a footlong at Subway is now $19.
Had a mean baseline.
Boom, boom, boom,
20.
Hear Danny G on the bass there?
20.
$20 footlong.
Now they advertise $6
cookie.
Yeah, $6 6-inch, $5 cookie. Who do we got next?
That's Lynn in Florida. Hey, Lynn.
Hey, how are you?
What's up?
What's up? All right, I don't know if anybody's going to remember this one, but it was a good one. And I really think the product is still around. RC Cola.
RC Cola was the scoreboard at Shea Stadium where the Mets played. It was RC Cola everywhere in Queens.
And the jingle was, some kids still dig surfing, California tans, cruising up and down the slope, psychedelic lands. I'll get off his back someday, maybe live the way they do.
Woo.
I'm gonna know another way. Heck, I'm only 22. Me and my RC. Me and my RC.
You're going to Hollywood. You got the golden ticket.
I didn't think the new Taylor Swift dropped until midnight.
Yeah.
And that was the Royal Crown Cola jingle? I had no idea.
No, RC? Is that Royal Crown?
You didn't know it's different Royal Crown?
No.
Well, I'm the son of I used to ride with a vending machine repairman.
Hard to find RC these days.
My
I think it's
dad.
still being made, but
You know what? Let me tie it back to sports. Again, these are regional, so I apologize, but they were famous to me, and some of you might recognize it. Gotta go to Moe's.
Gotta go to Modell's.
Gotta go to Moe's.
Modell's.
Which was a sporting goods store.
yeah, okay.
It's the equivalent of what? Big Five out here, right?
Yeah. Growing up, even before that, was Herman's We Are Sports.
Nobody said one of my favorite Halloween candies. Give me a break. Give me a break.
Yeah.
Break me off a piece of that Kit Kat boy.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Give me a break. Give me a break. Break me off a piece of that Kit Kat bar. Give me a break. Give me a break.
That's a good one, Danny G.
Break me off a piece of that Kit Kat bar.
That's a good one.
And then my brother was an animal, and he would take a bite from the side into two pieces.
that?
I know.
Who does that?
There's a whole subplot of an episode of The Office where Andy's trying to figure out what the lyrics are to the Kit Kat theme.
Really?
And he's like, break me off a piece of that football cream. And he can't finish it.
figure it.
Yeah, it's a great episode.
Two jingle writers in sitcom history that come to mind. Can you think of them? In the last, I'd say, 30 years.
Yeah, wasn't I think I got one. It wasn't Uncle Jesse.
Uncle Jesse.
Was it Uncle Jesse?
Uncle Jesse on Full House.
Together?
Yeah.
Him and Uncle Joey. Remember
Okay.
for a while they had a jingle company?
Okay, I was going to say Joey.
So Uncle Jesse and Uncle Joey
All right.
wrote Jingles in San Francisco.
Who was the other one?
In real life, Clayton Kershaw's dad.
Yes.
Yeah, that's crazy. I didn't know that.
And there's one more spot. The show is based in a beach house in Malibu a lot of the time. He's at his piano and he writes jingles.
Two and a Half Men.
Yeah.
2.5 Men. Charlie Harper. Charlie
made a ton
Sheen
of money doing
was
that.
a jingle writer.
That's how he lived in Malibu.
Yeah, look at that. It must pay nicely.